do want to talk about this. And again, forgive me, longtime listeners of this show will probably know where I'm going with this anyway. And I will leave it up to Shadon and Chasing the Gold to really get into the details and the analysis of what happened with the actor awards and how this might tailor to the Oscars. But I will simply say this, because I don't have all of the statistics.
Right.
I can't really formulate a thoughtful analysis like Shadon could, or Matt Neglia, or any of our awards friends that are very good at these things. But I will say this. I think it is extremely exciting that we have 3 acting races that are completely up in the air.
Yep.
When most years it feels like the majority of them, if not all of them, are locked up to some degree or another.
Yeah,
and
you could say they're all lockjawed.
They're all lockjawed. Yes. Most years that is the case.
Yeah.
And come Oscar night, there's no surprise whatsoever. We all know what's going to take place with the acting categories, with Best Picture, with Director, sometimes with Screenplay. And the shows might be exciting. The celebration itself might be enthralling. But in terms of analysis and prediction, it can be quite banal by the time we get to this point in the season. And here we are just a few weeks away from the Oscars. And while we do know that Paul Thomas Anderson is winning for director.
Yeah, I think that's
and it's likely One Battle is winning Best Picture. I think it's extremely exciting that the acting categories, aside from Best Actress, obviously Jessie Buckley does have that locked down. Yeah. But the other 3 are completely up in the air. And even Best Picture is still somewhat debatable.
This
even
could be
if
one of those splits. Could be one of those splits between director and picture.
Perhaps that could end up being the case. Who knows? And I think what I find so disappointing is that some of the discourse, again, there's a lot of arrows being thrown and daggers being slung. And I don't understand why. I truly don't understand what the arrow slinging is about, especially because we have 2 incredible movies. This is not like last year when there was one major film in contention for a lot of these major categories that most of us despised, or at least didn't like to some degree or another. Or you have years where there's something like Coda, which I think gets a lot of undeserved hate, but I can understand why people felt deflated, because it's not really a Best Picture winning kind of movie. I think it's a really good movie, and most of its undeserved hate comes because it won. Whereas I think most people would just enjoy it as it is if it wasn't ever nominated.
It's the association. It's not
the association.
Itself. Yeah,
for sure. Or you get years like Bohemian Rhapsody and that sort of ilk. Winning awards. What's great about this year is that you have 2 elite top tier movies going toe to toe here. And I think we are in an absolute perfect microcosm where we can celebrate the Oscars. We can celebrate the spirit of what this is supposed to be, because no matter what happens, we all win. If Sinners wins, incredible. What a narrative. What a story. If One Battle wins Best Picture, it's my favorite film of the year. I would argue the best film of the year. Also incredible. Like we're in a spot where we can celebrate no matter what happens. Or even with the actor. If Chalamet wins, great. If Michael B. Jordan surprises, awesome. If Wagner Moura comes out of this victorious because of the splits between Chalamet and Michael B. Jordan, that's also incredible. And I've seen those theories out there as well. Like, we are in a spot where no matter what happens, we get to celebrate. We get to be excited. We can be enthralled and show some vibrancy. But no, Twitter decides we can't have that. We can't have that. We have to sling arrows. We have to throw daggers. Why? Why are we doing this? What is going on here, Brendan? Am I taking crazy pills? What is going on here?
You know what? I think I think everyone's negative. I think everyone's in a negative space.
What is going on?
You know,
honestly, I don't
honestly,
understand it.
You know what I really hope happens now? Just to piss everybody off, to get them to shut up, I hope F1 wins Best Picture now.
God.
Because that'll just throw a giant question mark over everyone's face. They will not know how to respond. There will be no discourse whatsoever. I'll tell you that. It'll just be a lot of confusion.
That would be a ton of confusion. And look, I'm trying to avoid another coda. Okay, I'm trying to avoid that because I think F1 is perfectly fine.
It's fine one. It's fine one. That's what it is.
It's coda. Like, it's perfectly fun. It's great. Does it deserve to be in the conversation? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
But you do make a good point. Like, I'm looking at the Screen Actors Guild nominations and subsequent winners in front of me right now. And let's say we look at Best Actor here, for instance, which I know these are not the Oscar nominees specifically, but let's look at these as an example for the actor nominees. You have Timothée Chalamet, Leonardo DiCaprio, Ethan Hawke, Jesse Plemons, and winner being Michael B. Jordan. Now, if I were to personally rank those 5, I think Michael B. Jordan might be my 5th of the 5, and yet I still think that's a terrific win. Like, that's a hell of a great position to be in. That's pretty awesome, right? But to your point, that's not good enough, apparently. I don't
get it. Yeah.
I thought we loved movies.
Yeah. I just I don't get it. Like, Michael B. Jordan, like, if I had to rank them, I think he would be 3rd for me.
Okay.
I'd probably have Hawke and Plemons below him.
Okay.
But either way, again, it could be any of those 5. I would have been excited. And as far as those actually in contention, again, we have Timothée Chalamet giving arguably the best performance of his career. And I would make that argument. I think he should win. I think he should win. On the other hand, I think it is absolutely insane that Leonardo DiCaprio is not even in the conversation. I can't fathom that being the case, because last August, after we had seen this film and talked about that performance, I mean, we knew that he was going to be nominated, but there was a lot of talk of, okay, this is probably his 2nd Oscar.
Yeah.
There was so much of that conversation. And now he is a distant 4th here, where it's Chalamet, it is Michael B. Jordan in an incredible dual performance, and it's Wagner Moura. Those are the 3 that are being the most talked about here. Yeah. Why can't we live in a world where no matter what happens, we all give a standing ovation? Because that's where we're at. All 3 of those actors with those performances should be applauded.
Yeah, I agree. I think the only win here, at least for the Actors Award specifically, if Ariana Grande won for Wicked, then that would have been a problem.
Yeah. Yes, but we're at a point where it's going to come down to those 2. And then you get to the supporting performances.
Yeah.
Is it Sean Penn? Likely Sean Penn has quietly become the front runner, and there's been some great jokes about his campaign just shutting the F up, and that's been the best strategy that he could have employed.
Such a great Sean Penn way to do it. I love it.
Just incredible. But Jacob Elordi won a lot earlier in the season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
does he have a shot here still?
I think he does.
There's a part of me that wants to say that, yes, he still has an opportunity to still win that award. Because Frankenstein is going to win some craft awards.
Well, and the Academy loves Del Toro.
And they love Del Toro.
Yeah. He's kind of their scapegoat for when we criticize the Academy for not honoring horror films as much as they should. Del Toro is kind of like their example where they say, no, we do. We like his movies. We award him all this stuff. It's like, well, nice try, but okay. At least he makes good movies and you can put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah. And given the Sinner's love, does Delroy Lindo have a chance to maybe scoop up and win that award?
And not to say that this would be a legacy win for him, because I do think he's quite great in Sinners, but the legacy narrative does surround that performance in a way, right?
Very much so. And I think we could see him winning because of that. And I've seen a lot of people just flat out dismiss that. Just completely dismiss that altogether. And look, I will admit, I am not an Oscars expert. There's probably some analysis out there that completely makes that argument seem silly. Maybe it does. I don't know. But I just can't sit here and fathom that he has no chance whatsoever, given that narrative and given the love that Sinners had Oscar nomination morning. There's obviously a lot of love for it.
Right.
Now, do I think Lindo is probably 3 on this list? Probably.
Yeah.
But I think he's got a shot.